All right. So I think Sara from Cary has the first question.
Yes, Sara is heading us off. What are 3 common reasons people give up on their diets? Well, one is one we just mentioned. We're coming off a holiday. Holidays are a big reason why people feel like they get knocked off track and they struggle to get back on, especially when the holidays are back to back to back, right? We have Halloween candy, and then we have Thanksgiving overeating, and then we have Christmas cookies and baked goods and parties and social events. So this is a really hard time of year in general.
Yeah, so people get thrown off their game, and then they get the feeling, man, I can't control my scenario, and I'm not losing any weight, and they get discouraged, and then they just say, well, let's bag it till after the first of the year, right?
It's very common. If you are already thinking like, oh, I'll just wait till the new year, you are not alone. However, we have some reasons why it's probably not necessary, right? Like us, like we're here, like we can help. We can help with medication. We can help with support, encouragement, recipes. If you haven't seen our emails, you have got to get in your spam folder and check them out, because we have so many good tips and tricks for getting through the holiday season. And a lot of times our goal with patients is maintain, don't gain. Because even not gaining 10 or 20 pounds, that's 10 or 20 pounds less in January 1st. You feel like you got a battle.
That's right. I totally agree with that. And, the show producer and I were just chatting before the show got going. And, if you can find this sort of thing to Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, just those singular day events.
Holidays.
Yeah. And the rest of the day, the rest of the month, you're doing okay, you're going to be fine. Yeah. And we can give you medicine and so forth to help with that. And the fact that that you're engaged with us and coming back and taking medicines enough to help you, in many cases, to go ahead and plan and to say, you know what, I'm just going to get together with the family on Thanksgiving Day. We're going to have a good time, and then I'm done with it, right? And so you made a battle plan, you're executing the battle plan, and you miss out on all of that if you just say, well, you know what, heck, I'm no good. I can't plan these things. And, I give in to temptation and all that sort of thing. Well, once you get down that road and decide not to come in, your chance of being successful is 0.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to at least try. And we are absolutely here to help. It is not easy, but there are many methods when you feel like you want to give up or you already have given up. There are ways to get back on track, right? There are a lot of reasons why we would give up. If we feel like the effort we're putting in isn't getting us the result that we want, that's a reason to give up. And over the holidays, it's extra hard when you're trying to put in effort and everything feels like it's pushing against you. People are dropping off cookies and the break room at work has a bunch of stuff. It's hard. And honestly, that's a big part of where the medication comes in.
Yes, it does.
It really
it's a game changer.
It's
an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree.
There's so that's one reason is things like the holidays get you off track, which kind of, leads into maybe a second reason that I commonly see. And that is people, maybe they know somebody who came here and saw them lose a lot of weight. And they then get in their mind, okay, I'm just going to go and I'll get one of those pills or one of those shots or whatever it is, or both of them. I'm going to do what they did medicine-wise, and I'm going to be good.
It's going to work the same.
It's going to work the same, right?
Work for them, work for me.
And in their mind, though, they haven't reached a state of readiness where they are committed to the idea of, hey, I want to change what I'm eating, how much physical activity I'm getting, constructive behavioral changes in conjunction with that. Yeah. And then they'll say, well, they'll realize, hey, this medicine works. But then I realized I didn't really have a whole lot of commitment. Okay, I'm just not. And why should I go spend money if I'm not bought into this process? And that's okay if that's you, because now you know where to come back to when you reach that. And there is such a thing as a state of readiness, they call it, right? And when you reach that, then hey, there is medicine available, and I know where I can go get help, and I don't have to pay a new start fee all over again. And I can just go back as a follow-up patient and get on track. And you know what? We specialize in that.
Yes.
Building you up, not tearing you down. Just saying, come on, okay, we'll give it a try this time, and maybe this time we hit the jackpot, right? So I think that would be another common reason. And then the third thing, and this is really an important reason right here, and you and I know this, but we see a lot of people that come to us from other places like this. haven't lost any weight. When you're trying and you're not losing weight,
It's frustrating.
you quit,
Yeah.
right? And so this is where a lot of other places will just try to sell you on behavioral changes alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And here, buy this food, eat this food, do this, drink enough water, you're good.
Well, they make it sound easy. Just
right.
eat less.
That's right.
Just
And
move
it's
more and
it's
eat less.
more than that, isn't it? It's
Way more than that.
right? And so this is where we come in and say, you know what? There's a lot of medical reasons why you may not be losing weight. Maybe you need some medicine. Let's tailor that medicine regimen to you. Let's adjust any medicines you're on to get rid of the ones that are keeping you from losing weight. Maybe you have insulin resistance and don't know it, or your thyroid's not right and you don't know it. And we can help you sort through those things so that you can get losing again, right?
Absolutely.
Because when you see results, then you're like, oh, good. I think I'll stick with this, right?
And plateaus can still and will still happen when you're on medication, but there's not one medication. There are multiple medications. There are multiple ways to prescribe those medications to suit you individually. So even folks that say get on phentermine, which is a powerhouse, very, very helpful medication that works wonders for people to lose weight. Maybe you are on that and maybe you still stopped losing weight and you hit a hard plateau. We need to do something different. It's not phentermine or nothing. There are many medications we will pair with phentermine. Rarely replace the phentermine, but often we tack it on, right? When you know someone who has really uncontrolled blood pressure and they go on one medicine and that one medicine doesn't do enough, the primary care doesn't take them off the medicine and say, well, I guess it's not working, we'll just give up. They put them on a second medication and sometimes a third medication. And that's all with the lifestyle and behavioral changes. So it's the same thing with weight. If one doesn't work, the way we're using it, we change how we're using it, change the dose in which we're using it, or we add a second one.
Yep.
Or
Exactly.
a third one,
Yep.
right? Our goal is to do whatever we can to get you to your goal. And those times, Sarah, where you feel like you're ready to give up, you've already given up, just say, you know what? Everyone feels this way. I'm not alone. I just need to get back on track and let people help like us, because that's what we're here for. Thank you so much for joining us today.